To the Crypto Bully Bear channel where there's only fun decoding and no financial advice. We'll wait for a few people to get up in here. Welcome in, welcome in.
Some of our top stories, a global bond sell-off is deepening on the back of spending plans in Germany that could reshape growth in Europe. Germany is unlocking hundreds of billions of euros for defense and infrastructure. It's sending
What's
yields
going
in
on?
Germany, Italy, and Japan to historic highs. EU leaders are gathered in Brussels for
What's
emergency
going on? What's
meeting.
going on?
French President Emmanuel Macron was talking about spreading his country's nuclear
Anybody watch the
weapons
movie
for
Bruce Almighty?
the continent. And a former Morgan Stanley banker
Did
will be
anybody
named
catch
chief
the
of
movie
counsel
Bruce
and hedge
Almighty?
fund. Bloomberg News has learned Michael Grimes will join the Commerce Department after a 30-year career at the bank. We have more on those stories coming up on Bloomberg Daybreak on a day when
Anybody?
shares are down 9%.
Anybody?
This is Bloomberg. Bloomberg Daybreak is brought to you by Audi. Your Audi dealer today and get behind the wheel of the Audi model you've always wanted. 650 on Wall Street. Stocks to watch in the pre-market. Bloomberg's Valerie Titel joins us at 6:55. I had the worst dream last night. We were in a house and kids and I were on our own. We had to move.
Nobody. Anybody watch the movie last night? That was my whole purpose of my live yesterday. Have you guys watch the movie so we can speak about it. I guess nobody watched the movie. I guess there ain't really nothing to talk about. I'm just reading. Yes, you watched it, Jasmine? Did you notice anything on there? All right. Now, I know we were on here, we were back and forth talking about, things that trick us and they always keeping us in the dark about things, always keeping knowledge away from us. I'm not trying to say that I'm right. I'm just trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong. Let's see. So I've been doing some digging on Sora, and American scientist turned a naturalized Japanese citizen. He's behind this project. He's currently hooked up with multiple central banks. Well, it's really enough. Somebody in Telegram that I'm on actually is in another Telegram group, and they were forwarding some messages stating that there's a wallet that keeps selling $100 worth every 15 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's hype to get people out. I don't know. But again, this is why when I talk about Sora, I'm not trying to get you to buy it. I'm just telling you, if you like lottery tickets, if you like to play lottery, if you like to gamble, that's a gambling token, okay? Because nobody knows how much it's going to print. The price usually drastically goes down, okay? You know, and it's like a no. But if you look at the website, it looks gorgeous. It looks like it's going to be part of CBDCs, government, all these fancy dancy things. But nobody can stand the coin is because how much value is just diminishing. This, if Sora is a token of use, then this is a true, you are witnessing a true development of the Phoenix. Okay, one of these Phoenixes. There's going to probably be multiple coins that are going to be a Phoenix that are going to be dirt cheap, that are going to rise like crazy. Okay, so I'm hoping that Sora is going to be one of these tokens that we have. All right, I'll talk about it in a minute. Oh, you seen it? Oh, you seen it, Annie? Seen it? to develop a public open source blockchain for different CBCs. This is a freaking huge, guys. Holy moly. Yes, yes. They were testing a country, Peru? Peru. And I did hear something, a mention of they're trying to become like legal tender, which would make sense why they're printing out of the ass. So, but yeah, give a shout out to Zenga here, keeping us informed and updated. You know, oh man, Sora was super cheap, man, super cheap yesterday at like 5 in the morning, New York City time. Sora was, I mean, you were literally gonna get trillions for $10, trillions, a few trillions for $10. But now it actually went up. It actually, what is it doing now? Let me just see this quickly, and then I'll get into the movie. It says 150%. Now it dropped. See, up 150%. Now it's only up 44%. Still up, still in the green. But anyway, so just going back to the movie, that's why I actually watch Bruce Almighty's, because just certain things is just, weird when you start to really pay attention to the movie and what they say and what they reference particular things. So for whoever watched the movie, there is a part in there where so just to give you a choice of the movie, Bruce Almighty, Morgan Freeman, he's God. Bruce seems like his life is always going back and forth and can't seem to get ahead of the thing. So he's always talking about God or whatever. In a nutshell, basically, he meets God. God takes off and tells him that he has God's abilities and that he can go on and use his abilities on Earth. There's a few scenes where they actually reference Jim Carrey as a devil, which I found pretty interesting because we're on here talking about, that God is the devil and devil is God in different levels of forms of frequency. There's some people in here that don't believe that. They believe they're different entities. And like I said, there's always truth in movies. If you believe it or not, that's on you. But they're always putting truth in movies. And just funny how they referenced. So there's one scene where there's some gangs that are messing with a homeless guy, and Jim Carrey gets involved in the situation. Jim Carrey sees him one time, he gets beat up. Then the second time he sees the group again with God's abilities now. Once he sees these guys, he pulls a monkey out of his ass, this, that, and the third. The group starts looking at him and calling him, oh my God, you're the Diablo, black magic. They start saying this stuff in Spanish. Then there's another scene, I forget what the other scene is, but then there's another scene where he's talking on an anchor and they're telling him that they're rioting outside. And as he goes outside, there's people rioting, there's fires, there's all types of things. And you can see him behind flames and stuff like that, like, the other person, right? The devil's behind flames. You can see multiple scenes where he's behind the flames. And then he has a bulletin board that's on top, right? So then they knock that down. And when that bulletin board falls down, the bulletin board goes on fire. And when it goes on fire, you can actually see like fire all around his head, which would be weird, right? Because he's God in the movie, but yet they're showing references of something else. So it was just a pretty interesting point of view, I'll say. Let's see. So Zenga over here talking about Sora again. They haven't built a payment system to transfer it to any currency. This is freaking monster in the making. It's like one of those hidden needles in a haystack. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oopa, oopa. Good morning, sir. Big day, March 7th, from what I hear. Well, March 7th is God Day, right? 3-7. That's the God number. 3-7. That's L, E-L. So, and today's 3-6. So something else can be major happening as well, too, right now. That's 3-6. Because you got your 3 6s, right? Very interesting times indeed. Very interesting times indeed. So who knows? Today something might happen. Then you got the God Day for tomorrow. I would expect some type of like event instead of price action, like natural event or something down this way. But we shall see. The 6th is here and the 7th is tomorrow. Today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Good morning, Angel. Good morning. Just doing what we're talking about. Oh, we were just talking about the movie Bruce Almighty. Because like my last live, one or two of them, we were speaking about was God like two different people, the devil and God? Are they the same people, same person? So I was just saying that the movie Bruce Almighty kind of referenced God as the devil in that movie, as you can see. So pretty interesting. Got some Metallurgy XAA on XPR network. Tokenized fisheries. This had a good potential. Oh, okay. So Joy is saying one of the coins on Alcor XEA, um, it tokenizes fish in the fishery department. So that's one of the biggest areas is the sea, is the ocean, which many animals are in there. So that's a nice tokenization. Ever since I found the weakness of my flesh, I created the strength of steel. Hmm. Blockchain. So we got a blockchain summit tomorrow. It could be an announcement, Trump announcement maybe 3-7. I mean, Trump is going to probably say something. He does claim himself as the God, all right, and that God saved him for some reason. So I'm sure Trump's got something up his sleeve for tomorrow. Yeah, Bruce plays a game of guessing how many fingers is he hiding. Weirdly enough, right? He said 7 or something. Can go to the Bible that was given to us. I can see that change the script. Yeah, just interesting stuff. Good cannot exist without evil, and evil cannot exist without good. They complement each other. That's why you can appreciate those things. Without hate, you can't appreciate love, and without love, you can't appreciate. Well, I don't know if you want to appreciate hate, but all of us have the ability to be either. The universe has to have balance. Yes, it does. I think it was 7 that he was holding up on one hand, which is weird because I spoke about porn stars and I talk about their sign above the store, how the address is 713, but the 13 was blacked out and only 7 was there. We spoke about Iron Man 2, I think. The guy with the wires and shit, right? He was on the phone with the parrot. He had like the 7 stain on his hand. Trump, when he got shot, right, on that 713 day as well. If you look at the stage that he was on, it's shaped as a 7, it's shaped as an L. I don't know if that means anything, but 7 is definitely popping up. And weirdly enough, the ISO 200 that was supposed to go live this month in March got pushed to the month of 7, July. So interesting number 777. Would I refuse to die? Do I support Trump or not? I support whoever wants to do better for America. All right. So I'll leave it at that. Voting on JB to kick the bucket. That has nothing to do with anything, but it is what it is. Yep. Sora's at 125 quadrillion printed. Yeah, he was changing fingers. So God corrected it and he put it all on one. Beekeeper. I watched the movie Beekeeper. Look at Upa trying really hard to be recognized over here, but nobody caring what he's saying. Multiple numbers. Yep, yep. That Jim is false guard. Sources watching him. Morgan. Since Jim said he could do better, Source said okay. Show me. Well, we're not using it, buy and at hold. So I'm not actually using it to buy anything at the moment, but we just buy and hold. We just buy and hold. But I'm in on here. Yeah, Amin up there is also from India. He's got stories to tell you if he wants to tell them. I don't think that's it. Upa, you okay? You need a hug? I think Upa needs a hug. Can somebody send Upa a hug? This guy needs a hug. Upa, you need a hug, my man. Female, male. The entity Upa needs a hug. The entity. Mm. Yeah, Upa, see, this is what happens when you're on a low frequency like yourself, then you don't understand what we're talking about. So it makes you feel better just to shout out, do drugs, seek a doctor, and all that. It's all right, though. It's 2025. We're not going to argue with nobody, you know? When you say things like that, I just know that you're not on the level of frequency to see what we're seeing on here. And I'm just not really sure why you continue to watch this channel being the way you feel. You should take your ass somewhere else. Or maybe hang on here a little bit longer and you might level up on your frequency and see what we see. Soon US will have zero on crypto. So, well, listen also. You see how Trump is trying to make every country US, which is weirdly enough, right? He's trying to make everybody America. Now, if everybody becomes America and call themselves America, they won't have taxes on crypto. Do you understand this? Nobody understands this. They laugh when Trump is like, I'm going to take Canada, Mexico, Greenland, wherever else he's saying he wants to throw on the map and make America great again. But the bigger picture that people don't understand is Trump was also trying to push for everything being made in America. So if people are calling themselves America and they're making products, that means those products are made in America, which means if you call yourself America, you're not going to get hit with tariffs. Do you understand that? If you want to be outside of America, then you're going to get hit with tariffs, which tariffs ain't bad for Americans. In the beginning, it will be because, yes, things will cost more money, but at the long run, that money will build up, all right, because we're tariffing the other countries, and that's why we won't be able to pay taxes, or we won't have to. To be honest, that's just a whole Ponzi scheme anyway to begin with, but taxes will be dealt with. So, people could laugh this and that, but I think people don't see the bigger picture, you know? Especially, Trump wants to throw a hotel up in the Gaza Strip, this and that. I don't think they see the bigger picture because if he, like I said, if he makes a hotel over there, it's going to be Trump everywhere. You understand? It's going to be Americanized in the Gaza Strip. That means you ain't bombing nobody. That means there are going to be no more wars in the Gaza Strip if a Trump building goes up there. But people don't see that. People have been screaming for decades and decades and crying about wars and wars and let's end it. Now here's Trump trying to end the whole situation, and now everybody's bashing him because he's trying to put there. Everyone's going to just be like, oh, money hungry billionaires, money hungry billionaires. You can either see it as money hungry billionaires, or you can see it as the billionaires positioning themselves in that strip so no more war can happen. It'll be beautiful. But let's see what happens. We all have our own opinions. Nobody asked you to stay. Bye bye. Yeah, nobody. I don't think anybody's seen it. Nobody wants to talk about it. It's just me speaking. This was something because I should. All right. Lunar eclipse, the 13th of March. Some of the biggest crypto crashes have been during lunar eclipse. Wouldn't be surprised if market does some funky things this month. But look at the market as I mean, I'm a trade during the day, so I notice like the market is like going up and down, but it's going down slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly. If you look at the numbers are just going down slowly and slowly. So interesting, interesting. They could definitely bring it down. Yes, XR had a good run today. Seen 150% up. I hold my XOR on my trust wallet, and that's it. Yeah. In India, one of the states used Avalanche blockchain to tokenize land. Oh, nice. Avalanche. The fact that you don't have to pay capital gains tax on crypto is a freaking dream come true. Do you know how freaking wealthy you would be? Oof. I know. I know. We're all going to be there. We're all going to get there. Thank you. Thank you. Encourage me. The two on the bottom, Cat and Upa. They both need hugs. Look at them. This is what I'm talking about. This is people will come onto your channel and then just cry about how boring it is, but will stay on your channel, but then just cry about it or try to make fun of it. This is when I'm talking about how people have low frequency energy and they can't understand, so they'll get on here because it makes them feel better by talking shit. But listen, it's all good. Anyway, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. I think it'd be a little eye opener for Bruce Almighty. It's all good. Delusions. You have no idea, Kat, and I love it. People like you and the one on the bottom. Yeah, I love people like you. It just shows how people can't connect to the frequency. It just shows, baby. It just shows. Look at Upa again. He doesn't understand about movies, so here he is. You get your information on cartoons and movies. You're a joke. You're this. Oh, but much love, though. Come on. The silliness. Oh, I didn't go over the. You know what? Maybe I'll go over. The newspaper's got quite a few interesting articles. Maybe I'll do that later today. Maybe I'll do that later today. Or maybe I'll save it for tomorrow. I know there's always people, especially Upa and fucking Kat. They can't wait until I go live so they can come on here and. We got to appreciate those people. We got to appreciate those people because that just shows that we're on another level. When people come into the chat room and they speak like this and they start speaking like, oh, you're delusional, this and that, you know that they can't connect to the higher mind. You understand? And so now they're like, oh my God, these people are fucking nuts. These people are crazy. Okay? Like I said, there's a difference between stupid and crazy, you know? The crazy people are the people that are on a different frequency that can see different shit, you know? This is how it is. You have TV channel, right? And you have channel 5 playing out, and then you have channel 2 playing out, right? So you have somebody that comes up to you that's been watching channel 5 for the past 5 days, right? And then you have somebody that you meet that's been watching channel 2 for the last 5 days. And now you're trying to tell this person what you've seen on channel 5, and they're just looking at you like, what are you talking about? I was watching Care Bears on channel 2 for 5 days straight. You were watching The Big Bang on channel 5 for 5 days straight. So my thing is, I'm watching channel 5. I'm seeing different shit. I'm on a different frequency. Every channel's a different frequency. So as you level up, you're seeing different shit. That's why when you want to speak about it and you speak to somebody that has only been watching channel 2, they don't know what the fuck you're talking about because they didn't watch one episode of The Big Bang. They were watching the Care Bears. You understand? So now you sound crazy. And this is where they use these words, crazy, so you can totally disregard what these people are saying. Instead of being like, what did you just say you seen? And instead of being like, how are you doing that? How are you able to see something like that? No, it feels safer for somebody to be like, oh, this guy's crazy. This guy's talking about he's seeing things in the air. And because you can't see it, you feel comfortable to call somebody crazy because you don't want to feel like you're lacking anything. Understand? Once you claim that you're lacking something, like, oh, I'm not on that frequency, I guess I'm on a low frequency, you would think somebody would be encouraged to see it. But again, words are spells, and words will put you in a trance. So thank you to Kat and Lupa. Thank you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. They're always on purpose. They're always on purpose. Let's see. We could do a decode. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get a decode popping. I don't know. Sometimes you think they stop printing Sora, and then all of a sudden, boom, another 25 quadrillion. Let's see. Poor people are the dumbest in the world. I would say poor people are the dumbest in the world. I would not say that because I was actually poor, and I don't think I'm dumb at all. So I would not say that at all. And I wouldn't even say like stupid too. People are not stupid. I'm just trying to figure out what word I wanted to use over here. I would say that not that they're stupid, it's just that some of us find out things earlier than some people, and we just know it before other people know it. Not that they're stupid, you know, but it's only stupid if you have facts in your face and you're showing somebody facts and they just totally want to be ignorant and not take that facts in because they have a certain belief. That's the difference. You have people that are on beliefs, right? And now they have their consciousness taking on reality as their beliefs were built in. And then you have people that have facts, okay? Beliefs are something you can't prove. Beliefs are something that you have to believe in because you don't know if it's true or not. Just like God, you can't prove that he's there and you can't prove that he's not there. Jesus, you can't prove that he's there, you can't prove that he's not there neither. That's one of the best concepts. And this is why they can trap you and hold on to you and your thoughts and everything else because you believe in something. And when you believe, that's a strong feeling. You understand? You need to believe it because you have to have some type of follower. You understand? Because you're not a follower, you're not a leader. Okay? You thought you were brought onto this earth to be a follower, to follow Christ and follow this and follow that. If that's what you believe, then continue to do that. I believe a different way. I believe that we were here to create, that we're all leaders because God made us in his image. And if he is God, then his image is God. And that means that we're made in his image, which means that we're all gods. Okay? But a lot of people will be like, oh, don't you dare talk like that. Okay? See, they build guilt into you. Like, don't worship yourself. Okay? It's not all about you. Fuck, it is all about you. Everything is all about you. And this is why they make you feel guilty. Because they don't want you to be all about you. Because they know once you understand it's all about you, there's no stopping you. Once you understand it's you versus you, there's no stopping you. Okay? And they need to keep you dumbed down. That's why they need to throw you movies and this and that. Like I said, the movies are usually to keep you in your lowest frequency: sad, angry, anxious, upset, fearful, scared. Movies are meant to put you on the lowest frequency. Okay? Until you understand there's a message, and then you get the message, and then you can level up with that message. But if you're just watching it for emotions, then that's a different thing. I was waiting for Mateo. I was thought maybe Mateo would pop up on here, but yeah. So yeah, Robert, I see that. True, true. Amen. Just give him the silent treatment. Well, I've been spiritual since birth. I think second, and we are thinking 5D plus. Yeah, 5 dimensional. That's what it is. 5 D is just Understanding who you are, what you're able to do, and your abilities. And once you understand it's you versus you, that's when you start leveling up to the fifth dimension. This right here is the three dimension. We're stuck. If you keep using the word he or him for the God, for father, you're stuck in the program. Understand that there is no gender to the higher source. There's no gender to it. So once you start saying he, him, her, I think you're just trapped in this, and the illusion. Put it like this: Jesus is a concept. It's a concept. And if you disagree with me, all I do is challenge you to prove it, which you can't prove it. You understand? This is a concept. There's no way. It's like almost contradicting. They'll tell you need love in your heart, right? Do everything with love, love, love. But then on the other end, they want you to fear God. Like, oh my God, I have to follow these rules. If I don't, you understand? I'm scared. I'm scared if I don't answer these rules, if I don't follow these rules, I'm not going to get to the place that I was told that I'm going to get to. I don't think that we're supposed to be living in fear and that we had rules. This is not a game. You understand? That sounds more like a game. Here's rules to the game. No, it's not a game. This is, when you go back, go find out why Jesus was crucified. He was crucified because he was spitting blasphemy. He was speaking against the religion, telling you that religion is a joke. That's what he was telling you. You can believe me or not. Go back and go see. He was crucified for blasphemy. Okay? Speaking about against the religion, telling you that it's you. You need to connect with your inner self. There's nobody else outside of you. And they didn't want that to go out. They didn't want that knowledge to go out. Just like from the beginning, God said, don't eat the apple because I don't want you to have knowledge. They don't want you to have knowledge. So he was supposedly speaking, saying, check me out. I'm tapped in. I am the higher source. I'm tapped in. That was basically what the story was trying to tell you. Like, don't chase false prophets. Don't worship anything outside of yourself. Everything's within you. But you do what you want to do. Yeah, a lot of people have. Well, they have limited capacities to think beyond, is because the apps that they're still involved in them. You understand? When you're in school, this is why they need you to go to school, because they have to make sure they install these apps in your brain so you can think a certain way. You understand? That's why people get in trouble when they don't bring their kids to school. That's why, because they're not getting the program. They're not being updated. They can't be easily controlled. Okay? Just like those kids that they call them ADHD or whatever the case is. Oh yeah, those are the kids that are super connected already, that they don't want to be programmed through the school. So that's why they don't want to concentrate on the bullshit, because they know it's a program. Those are the smart ones. But now they're like, oh, these kids don't want to be absorbed with the program. Oh, no, we can't have that. Label them as ADHD and start sticking them with medication. That's what happens. You understand? When you don't want to be molded by the system, then they start putting different shit in you and labeling you like conspiracy theory, crazy, ADHD, all these things. And then as a parent, we're so stupid and we're like, you better start listening. You better do. Now what I know, I'm like, shit. Now I understand, little man, why you don't want to listen. Because it's bullshit they're giving you. What is above crypto is worth a check. Yeah, I used to listen to him. I guess I need to listen to him more because a lot of people speak about him. Enlighten indeed. That's what the reptiles do, enlightenment. And that's why they tell you to stay away from the serpent. That these uppers are reptiles. But you know what? Those are the smart ones. Reptiles are super smart. There's something going on. They're always making us do the opposite. Yeah, some people are just ignorant. That is correct. And a banana. Yep. Yep, Lee. Yep, you are correct. Or the poor people getting triggered because they can't afford a good educational system. Um, you can educate yourself. and not listen to the system. Let's see. I don't know if he's speaking to me, Robert. He says not to worship a false or follow a false idol. Again, my perception on that is the people that run the church, because they're always telling you, he's watching you. Or he no, it's you. It's he's within you. These people are telling you somebody outside of you. They're talking about somebody outside of you. No. Any form of social media is what the Bible is against, wanting followers and such. Yeah, that's all they do is just want followers. That is so true. All the religion is want is followers, followers, not leaders. They just want followers. Once you understand that you are a leader, you will stop following. But some people just feel comfortable following. They rather just follow. It's easier for them not to think, not to do things, to rely on somebody else. Yes, that's what I think. The word stupid is a little tricky, so I think they just operate on a lower frequency. The consciousness can't comprehend. Jimmy, yes, we are really close, Jimmy D. Jasmine got a great point. Cite any sources. There's been disproven. Hello from Holland. Look at Cat's still here. Hi, Cat. You're still here. How you doing? Robert, take it easy. Ain't nobody crazy on here because, no one's putting up sources for yourself. You can do some research, all right? And I back Jasmine Flowers as she says it. What you think is what you're gonna get. You create frequencies to your thought. And that is true and that is correct. And yes, see, people will use the word crazy because they're switching on different frequencies. GPT just said XOR is on deflationary. Well, Robert, time warping and traveling and space travel is true. Chuck Lasher, that's your opinion. And that's what you have to deal with. Because you feel like you're not a leader, you'll come out and tell me that I'm not a leader. You'll find your leading place. Don't worry about it. But I'm definitely a leader. And that's why you're watching me. You're following my channel, Mr. Chuck. Robert, you can't just say, "Oh, because you didn't post up a source, then it's not true." No, because you haven't read the source or you haven't read the information does not make it not true. Just makes it that you don't understand yet or you don't have the information yet. But because somebody doesn't cite a source, how can that not be true? I can't prove what I believe either. That's why it's a belief because there's no factual facts, Jimmy. A belief is something you can't prove. That's exactly why you call it a belief. Because if you knew, then you knew there was facts and you don't have to believe because then you know already. So yes, beliefs are nothing that can't be proven. This is why they have to use that word in religion, because you can't prove it that it's not there and it is there. Understand? So you can stay in that belief if you choose to, you know. But again, you know, I believe that I'm a leader. If you want to believe that you're a follower and you want to follow the religion, then so be it. That's everybody says they have their free will. So you got to choose what you want to do with yourself. Either you're going to follow or you're going to lead. What you believe is true. Again, beliefs are not facts, but I'll respect your opinion. You're gonna need somebody else that needs a hug from their mama. Things will get better. I'm just reading some of these comments. Somebody else with a low frequency that's on here. Let's see. Really nothing positive on here. A lot of cornballs. Let's see. Except the Bible has an insane amount of original manuscripts and cross references. All the evidence is there. Jimmy Dean, that Bible's been written by so many people, and show me, if somebody's made a good thing. Where are the graves? Where are the graves of all these disciples? There is no graveyard for any of these disciples. This Bible tells you that you say that all the evidence is there. There is no evidence. There is no factual thing. It's a belief. You read the book and then you believe that, this is what's happening. Again, people make a movie and then they write a book about it, or they write a book and then they make a movie. If there's programs playing, somebody knows how the program is going to play out. So I can write a book called the Bible, and as this program is playing out, I'm telling you how the program is going to play out through a book called the Bible. And again, why there a bunch of different Bibles? If the truth was there from the beginning, why did it need to be written so many different times? Okay? That is just a bunch of people's opinions in the Bible. That's all it is. It's concepts of individual characters. There is no graveyards for any of those disciples anywhere. There's no tombstones anywhere. And I'm not going to argue back and forth about if they existed or not. I'm just telling you, there are no tombstones anywhere of any of these people that are mentioned in the Bible. And again, you can't prove that what's in the Bible is factual. And it's been rewritten so many times, and the words have been switched around so many times. I mean, even the word amen, Ahmen. In the beginning, they used to say that. It's called fire pot individual. You are saluting the devil. Okay? If you like it or not. Every time you say amen to something, that's what you're saluting to. But they changed, they ripped out the H because they knew eventually people would try to figure it out. But, again, you want to worship somebody outside of you and read a book that tells you to do that. I can't take your powers away from you. If you choose to give them away, then so be it. And I'm only talking like this because I'm passionate, because when you start finding out that everybody's a reflection of you, then I'm understanding that all my viewers that are talking, you're all a reflection of me and I'm a reflection of you, basically, vice versa. And I'm feeling like, damn, How can these guys be speaking like that if they're a reflection of me? They got to see it how I see it. I don't know. And you talk about how the Bible has same amount of evidence and stuff like that. Just a little bit of the Bible, right from the beginning. What did God create from the beginning? He created light. So before he created light, he was in the dark. Okay, he was in the dark, and we connect evil with darkness, and we connect the good with the light. So God from the beginning was in the dark until he created the light. Right? He lied to Adam and Eve. He told them that they were going to die if they ate the apple. He knew he can control them better if they didn't understand what was right and what's wrong. The only reason why God got pissed is because they had knowledge now. He didn't want to give them knowledge. He wanted them to just be followers and not leaders and create their own way. So if that's the God that you want to be worshiping, then you do so. You do so. He lied to them, told them that they were going to die. They didn't die. Eve ate the apple. She got knowledge and she didn't die. So again, you want to, chase people outside of you when he's literally telling you in that Bible again that you say there's so much evidence, they tell you he's within you. So if you're saying anything outside of you, you are praising a false god. If you don't believe in yourself, then you don't believe in God. You're a moron to say you believe in God but you don't believe in yourself because he's within you. How does that work? Doesn't make sense. Again, just shows that people that say stuff like that, like I don't believe myself and I believe in God, they just don't understand. Well, they'll claim they read the Bible, but they didn't really read the Bible. Jimmy, you would just say anything so it just fits your narrative. And you know what? I'm not even going to go back and forth. If that's what you believe, then, so be it. So be it. If you want to believe that there was 12 disciples and they were doing a thing and you have to pray to somebody else, then go ahead. Again, I'm not here to convince you to tell you this and that. I was just pointing out that things look pretty interesting when you start looking at things. Come on. God was telling the other kids to slay people and kill them, this and that. Like, are you listening to yourself? But yet, God is the Almighty, the All-Knowing. He's supposed to be the All-Loving. But yet, he was telling people to go kill, slaughter all these people. I forgot the guy's name. He told somebody else to bring me foreskins. You're cutting people's fucking penises off and bringing skins. Like, yo, that's demonic shit there. If I told you that we're going to be fucking cutting people's fucking foreskins and bringing it back to my place on the weekend and this and that, and I'm going to be shriveling off a little of my flesh and drinking some of my blood, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here. This guy's crazy. But this is the weirdest shit. Because God said it, everything is to supposedly forget it. Let's just do it because God said it. Nothing satanic if God says it. Come on now. I don't know. Well, listen. Obviously, Jimmy, you believe maybe you believe that you were put here to be a follower, and you're supposed to be following in God's ways and His light, and I can respect that. Something in regards to the green checkmark on webauth, spoke with their supporters, and they said that the green checkmark is to prove that your legal name is registered on that account. What about the black checkmark? Yes, the Bible is a history thing and it's his story. Like I said, it's their story, their interpretation. They didn't have paper and pen back then when freaking they were walking about. They didn't have video cameras back then. But because somebody told you a story a long time ago, you either choose to believe it or not believe it. And again, there's no facts there. They just told you a story about a person doing certain things with a group of other people. And a lot of people just took it for facts and ran with it. It's important to have the black one as this is KYC. All right, so you're KYC, but then they got to make sure the green one is I think the green check mark gives you full access to use every tool on the platform, if I'm not mistaken. Like as long as you got a check mark, I think you're KYC. But between the black and the green, I think the green gives you full access, as the black one I think gives you a minimal access. I could be mistaken. I don't know if anybody that's out of New York State has a green check mark. That I'm curious about. Does anybody on here watching have a green check mark that's in New York on webauth? You know what? I respect you if you think I'm clueless, Jimmy. Then so be it. So be it. Like again, I'm not here to try to convince you. That's just my angle on things. So, there's 88 books. First of all, there's 88 books, and that Bible is just one of the chapters in a huge storybook. All right, and there's plenty of freaking chapters that are not in there. There's plenty of books that are not in there, but you guys won't speak about that. You Christians and the people that are heavy into religion don't want to speak about Enoch and the woman that was before Eve, Lilith. They don't want to speak about those times. Why? Why is that? But again, if you choose to believe I have no clue on what's going on, that's it. That's because you believe what that book says. That's the only reason why you're telling me I have no clue. And that's cool. If you want to believe the book, that is cool. We'll move on from there. Believing that I'm waking people up and helping people in crypto, which is bringing people to discredit you. Yep, yep. Well, again, we are built, we are raised with different aspects on our visions. Our consciousness picks up different apps, and whatever's installed in us when we're little, when we grow up, we kind of take with us. And I used to be like Jimmy as well too. You know what I mean? Like the Bible, this, that, and used to read, and you would had to figure out we had to come from somewhere. But then after you start really reading the Bible, that's why I kind of laugh when people's like, "Oh yeah, I read the Bible." I'm like, "Did you actually read the Bible?" Because when you actually get in depth into some of the stories, it don't really make sense. It doesn't make sense, you know. But again, there's some people that have to have a strong belief, you know. Some people have to have something in front of them so they can worship and they can follow, you know. Sometimes it's a lot of energy to be a leader, It takes a lot to be a leader, and you know, it's much easier to be a follower than a leader, you know. But again, when we were younger, the programming was real. That shit was real. They really had us believe in certain things out here. So it matches the Bible we read today. What book did you say, Jimmy? I forgot which one you said, Jimmy. The book of Isaiah. Okay. I have two accounts with green check marks and separate anchor wallets. Nice. So do I believe in the devil? Yeah. The devil is real. God is real. Like those energy entities are real. I believe they are the same entity. The Ethiopian Bible is the oldest Bible. I wonder if Jimmy read that Bible. That's one of the oldest Bibles. Not one of it is the oldest Bible. Trump might be the greatest Christian alive. Everybody should read Arthur Martin's comment. Jesus is a consciousness level you unlock, not a person to worship. I mean, hit it right on the head. We all created in triple darkness. Then we come to the light at birth. Yes. Well, isn't Lucifer the light bearer? So are we just going straight to Lucifer every time we hit the light? Yeah, pretty interesting. You know. Well, you know what? We have all these other different books. I'm sure if we had every book that was connected to the one story, I'm sure we could probably make a better judgment of what it is. But we're lacking. We only get some story. We only get some people only get inside of A, some people only get in story from side B, and you're always going to have some type of head clashing mix. That's what they want. That's what religion is all about anyway. To keep you in a group, to keep your head bumping. You know. No, it's Muhammad. No, it's Jesus. No, it's this one. No, it's Buddha. No, it's Baba. Like, enough with the fighting, man. We just gotta enough with the religion. Let's get spiritual. Let's get connected energy wise, and let's start doing better for ourselves, for the country, for the world, for every mother effing thing. Jordan Maxwell is interesting to listen to. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. False prophet. My opinion on false prophet. Like I said, the people that run the churches, those are the people who are false prophets to me. Anybody that's telling you to fucking praise outside of you, anybody that's telling you that you're selfish or it's not about you, it's never about you, those are the people, are the false prophets. The real God is in Palms 83:17. I think the real God is in me and in you and everybody watching this channel right now. Jimmy's going to leave me with this. It is impossible to come from nothing. Nothing is created from nothing. Even secular scientists and theists believe there was a beginning creation. Again, even the scientists believed. There's no facts there, Jimmy. It's a belief. Okay? It's something that you're taking, few informations and you're creating your own belief. A belief is not a fact. Well, listen, my channel is not for everybody, Jimmy. If you feel uncomfortable, I would advise you then to. I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. So if you feel uncomfortable, I would expect you then to unsubscribe. It's very easy. Very easy. I got love for everybody, and I got strong opinions. So if you don't like what you see here, please take yourself somewhere else where you're comfortable, because I never want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. Uh, God created light, to my understanding, first. And if he did created the firmament first and then light second, he still had to create light, which means that he was still in the darkness. It said his spirit was hovering over the waters. The waters was even here before he even created. So I think the water is the true source, to be honest. But it's just me. It's just energy. I thought God says don't mutilate your body. I'm not sure if he said that or not, but if he did say that, he would say that because he's within you and he don't want you chopping him up or yourself. The Bible is not historically accurate. Some people want to believe it is. It can be interpreted as defining everything based on Jimmy. It takes more faith to believe than everything that exists came by accident that it does to believe in God. I don't think it came by accident. I just think that energy is not created nor it can be destroyed. So I think we just energy that we're just moving into different vessels and stuff like that, having different physical experiences in this world. Let's see, in the Bible and the Lord of the Rings. In German, they got many people to leave the church. 7 to be exact. Weird 7. There was somebody that I was listening to, and they actually break down the Bible, and they do show a lot of hatred in there from coming from God. He's a jealous one. He's this. He's that. You know, this is weird. This is a weird book. Jimmy says the Bible is disgusting, and you all bash Christians, but none of you will call out Islam. It's just saying all religions. No one's even talking about Christianity. Anybody that has a God, I believe. Belief system. Jesus is God. Creating a fictional savior makes humanity weak. It stops people rising up to Trinity tyranny because they're programmed to wait for their savior to rescue them. Yeah, a lot of people see it like that. John 8:58. You can speak for yourself. But how can you say that when God made everybody in his image? How can you say that we're not gods? Please explain to me, John 8:58, how you get your answer. Christian all roll their eyes when I say I'm spiritual and not Christian. 144,000 living souls. I think we're all part of that. If we choose to be, you know? It all depends on what light you're trying to catch. Well, I believe in myself, so I guess I believe in God. Not the God of the Bible, the God of the Creator. Let's see. Yeah, God is government. Okay, okay, okay. I think as a collective, we are part of God, but not thy source. We can all have thy kingdom come if we ask, but there is always something above us. Remember what you said, Jasmine? Whatever you think you put out and you're going to get back, you should reread that. I don't think our God has the agenda. Well, either way, I appreciate Jimmy coming on here and giving his angle on things. Always gives a good conversation. It is what it is. Sora back to yeah. I don't get too excited about Sora. I'm gonna wait until the summertime to start getting excited about Sora. We'll see. We'll see. Let May come around. Let May come around. Well, like I said, today is 3-6. The 3-6s. That's the Adam sign. Will anything happen with Adam? I have no idea. Tomorrow is God Day, 3-7. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. Until then, thank you for coming and watching and your opinions and speaking about the old craziness and who's believes and these books and histories and Bibles and all this other shish. Ooh. Yeah, Don, I seen that. I seen that. I seen it stuck at 125. I don't know what it is. Let me see real quick before I go upstairs. XOR Coin Gecko. Seems like they have the latest updated information. Oh, you falling back down, baby. It went from up 149% to now minus 1.7%. And it will go lower. Did they? Oh, they printed more. 130. 130. The number 13. 130 quadrillion motherfucking Soras. What do you mean? Explain Adam and God's Day. Not sure what you mean there. Not sure what you mean there. Market cap 80,000. Circulating supply 113 quadrillion. 130 quadrillion. There ain't no stopping this pumping. We'll see. I'm hoping for one more last dip. I got excited. I seen it, and I should have bought the dip, but I didn't get to buy the dip. Anyway, let's pack it up over here. Let's pack it up over here. I'm Outsies. Thank you for liking, watching, subscribing. And I'll end this. Hold on. Diggity. I'm just curious, John 858. Are you from New York or no? What? Are you a different country? I'm just curious if you're from a different country and they're still not doing the green checks, or if you're from a different state, if you're from the United States. London. All right. And you still not getting the green check. Oh yeah, I was just saying that today is March 6th, so there's your 3 6s, and that's another symbol for the atom for us for creation. And I'm saying tomorrow is 3-7, which is LEL, which is another God symbol. So let's see what happens with these things tomorrow, with these days. That's all I was really saying. So, all right, peeps. It's been fun. I appreciate yous. Love yous all. Have a great day.